Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Yeehaw! I'm Janette, and I'm playing Killdread Sprains, wanted dead for casual murder.
Howdy, I'm Alex, and I'll be playing Mr. Clem Cuddles III, wanted dead or alive for spectacular theft.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs, our water delivery team rested up after a tough fight against mystery bandits, getting to know Beatrice Castledown a little bit better. Clem investigated a glint of light and a trail of smoke from a nearby ridge, and found nothing but a hastily abandoned campfire and plenty of horse tracks. The whole group continued to the chapel they'd been aiming for, and found it abandoned as well, victims of another sort of attack. They find several human bodies, some shot, some otherwise, all sorts of clockwork, machinery parts, and even a bear. Yeah, so that's where we're at. You guys had just killed a bear, and maybe our camera opens up on some inky blackness, and there's a plop as something breaks the surface of the water. The resulting ripples reflect light from above, and as we look up, we see the light of a torch held aloft by the grim-faced Killdread Sprains as he's gazing down into a deep, dark well. What do you do?
The tower that we went up to. We went up to that tower.
Yeah, you went up to the bell tower in the chapel.
Yes, and we rang the bell.
You tried.
And nothing happened.
No.
And we didn't discover anything else up there.
No, just like lots of like clockwork machinery parts. The bell appeared to be attached to some sort of machinery, but you couldn't get it running.
And then you saw something shiny in the well, I believe.
Yeah, well, you were investigating the well, I think.
Yeah.
A couple of you were looking at the house, a couple of you were looking at the chapel, and then there's this cooking area. And basically everything is messed up. It looks like it has been ransacked. You were able to find a couple bits and bobs, nothing super incredibly valuable.
And then in the well.
And you're looking down this well. And
I heard something wet.
There's something wet in the well.
Okay.
That's normal.
That is expected.
Yeah. I hope it's water.
The one thing that you would notice is that this well is way wider. Like the opening for the well is way wider than you would normally see for a well.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's bodies in there. That's my guess.
Or there should be.
So can I start? Did I drop? I can't remember.
I think you dropped a rock down at the end of the last episode.
Okay.
I'll make my way over to the well as well now.
Is there like a drop bucket I can like wheel down?
Yeah, there's a bucket attached to this like heavy block and tackle.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to undo that so I can drop the bucket down.
Well, it's like a pulley. Block and tackle is a pulley. Oh. It's used for like lifting really heavy weights.
Yeah, I'm going to drop it down.
Okay, so yeah, it unwinds.
Drop the bucket down?
The bucket goes down to the water. You hear a sploosh.
Then I start cranking it back up.
Crank. And yeah, there's a bucket of water.
I give it a little taste test.
Roll a con save against poison. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's fair.
Do you have like a little teaspoon?
I was about to say, you don't usually know that water's bad until later.
Tell you when I'm shitting myself.
Exactly.
It tastes just as good as any other desert water you've had.
All right.
That's pretty good.
I have an idea. We can drink some of this nice spring water, and then we can top it up with the well water.
And you all agreed to do this last episode.
Okay.
So we definitely think that's a great idea.
I've reiterated. This is the recap. It's the recap where I say it just a little differently.
We had to get that from a different angle.
Just for the B-roll.
Yeah, this is after the commercial break. I'm going to make a little... Is there like any sticks around here I can just light on fire?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I go light a stick on fire, and then I'm going to drop it down the well and try to see anything before it gets snuffed out by the water.
All right, so you see that the first, say, 5 feet below ground level of the well shaft is built out of like sandstone blocks that looks like it was shored up and like mortared in and built to be strong by man-made, it's a man-made structure. Below that, it looks like the well hole was like chipped and pickaxed out of sandstone.
Okay.
You can see like the scars of the tools all the way around. And then for about 15 feet, it goes just through rock. And then beneath that, where you would expect the shaft either to hit water or just continue the way it's going, it widens out. And then the torch falls for another 20 feet before it hits water. And there's like a big splash and the torch is extinguished.
Huh. I think there's some sort of underground cave down there or something.
Do we know how deep the water is?
No.
Can we tell from what we've thrown down there so far?
We don't have a long enough stick for measuring.
It's about 40 feet before you hit water.
But like, have we dropped something big enough that we can tell like how deep the water is?
I don't think we'd ever be able to tell by dropping something in the water how deep it is.
It's dark down there, right?
Right.
We could
you'd have
drop the bear's body down there.
I thought we were going to eat the bear.
Just poison
Yeah,
the
that's-
fucking well.
that's our din.
Well, we can see how deep the water is.
Why don't we throw the dead body down there?
I think that's still going to poison the well.
We can make bear soup. It's all good.
Everybody lives here. Everyone's dead.
Probably because someone poisoned the well.
I don't think it's a well. I think it's like a natural spring or something.
We'll get a rope and I'll lower you down.
So we're poisoning the natural spring, which is way
Okay,
worse.
that's different. Yeah, that's nature.
Yeah.
It's just nature.
That's fine. Nature will forgive us.
Nature deals with poison all the time.
Oh, I have a rope ladder. I don't remember where.
How long's your rope ladder? More than 40 feet?
I don't know.
The rope ladder was from in the house.
Oh.
Wow. It's almost like somebody's giving us the tools to go down here.
All right, let's pack up and get out of here.
I think we should keep ignoring the well, guys.
Beatrice is behind you. She's like, we could go back to the carriage where my friends and I got ambushed. Maybe they're still there. This
Nah,
is the
they're
voice
dead.
I used for her last time, but...
I don't think so.
It is now.
Wait, you know about sand?
Oh, yes, I know all sorts of things about sand.
Is this a natural spring water or is this a man-made well?
I'm a sandologist, not a waterologist.
Oh,
Obviously,
Damn.
and obviously this well has been made by hand.
Man, there's no reason to get snippy with us, all right?
maybe you should go down there and take a look.
I think as a rock expert, Beatrice, you should go down first.
Yeah.
Again, sand.
It's just tiny rocks.
As a sand expert, I think you should go down first.
Yeah, the sand's down there.
Well, I think that you all should go back to where we were ambushed and help me find the bandits that killed all my friends.
Yeah, after you go down the well.
All right, I'm going in.
You're so brave, Ellsworth. You're so brave.
Clem like waddles on over to the well and like uncoils the rope ladder.
Yeah.
Ties half of it up to like the, I don't know, bracing or whatever on top of the well that the
You
bucket was
find
tied
it like
to.
you find like a convenient little spot where it like attaches really quite well.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like it was made for it. It's pretty cool. And it appears to be, is it like almost exactly the right length to get to the bottom?
As it unfurls, you hear like a little bit of a psst as it skitters across the surface of the water.
Wow.
But there's no like whoosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's lucky.
I'll take off my boots. I'm going to roll up my pants. But I'm going to leave most of my stuff, but I'll bring like my pistol and I'm going to climb down.
Do you want my lantern? I have an oil lantern, which
Yeah.
presumably I also got here last session, but I don't remember.
Probably.
I think that's true too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to light the oil lantern and then,
All right, I'll
I'll-
hold it in my teeth as I climb down.
well,
Okay.
I'll put it, you can hop down and then I'll put it in your teeth so that you get a good handle on the ladder.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the only problem with this
We
plan.
don't need to get into the semantics. Yeah.
All right.
But how
So,
do I hold the lantern?
Your beard catches fire.
Oh, shit.
You climb down the ladder with the lantern, and as you come to the bottom of the rungs, you see that this cavern underneath the church is pretty expansive. There's a big pool of water here. And when you step off the ladder, it's only about 1.5 feet deep here.
Oh.
But with a little bit of sloshing around, you can see that it does get deeper off to like one side to your left.
All right.
To your right, the water ascends up to a dry area where you see some crates and barrels and work tables.
Oh.
There's a shelf with a bunch of canned food on it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And from the water, a copper pipe runs away past all those workbenches into another side passage.
All right, guys. I think you can come on down.
What?
It's safe. There's stuff down here.
Okay. And I follow you down.
There's lots of stones, too. No, sand. There's sand everywhere.
Do you think I should come down to investigate the sand?
Oh, there's so many colors of sand.
I could also stay up here and keep an eye on the mules so nothing happens to them.
I would be wary of stabbing Phantom.
Oh yes.
I haven't fed him today.
Well, he could eat the bear.
I was thinking the bear for us. The man for stabbing.
Oh.
Stabbing has a certain kind of...
Beatrice
certain
turns to Mariposa. I don't feel comfortable feeding a human to a horse. Do you think it's okay if I wait till he comes back up to do that part?
If you wouldn't mind, could you feed stabbing?
I was going to say, I don't think we have to worry about his horse.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right.
That's his problem.
I'm here at as your sort of ward and guest. I'll help you out however I can. But if you want me to go down into the dark subterranean cave to look at sand, I can.
I can.
We should, leave her up here.
Oh, okay.
What if we need somebody to like pull us up or something?
That's a good point.
Or throw something down.
I'm quite good at dropping
Or
things.
she takes the rope ladder and leaves us there to die.
Or she does that.
I would never.
It doesn't really behoove her to do such a thing.
And she reads minds. Apparently.
Yeah, she could steal one of our mules and then take off to her dead comrades.
Well, she's definitely not stealing your horse because your horse will probably bite her.
I can wait up here with her.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Maybe I will go down.
All right.
No.
Just push her down. Yeah.
All right. So Clem is going down the ladder. Who else
That's
is
right.
going down?
Yep.
I think I'm going to stay up, actually.
Mariposa will
Mariposa will
stay
stay.
All right, then I'll go down.
All right.
On Killdread.
And
will go
I'll
down.
watch over everybody's stuff.
Clem,
Okay. All right.
Clem, bring your sack.
Okay.
There's rations down here.
Clem has a little bit of a hard time with the rope ladder considering he's only got one leg.
Oh, that is hard with a shotgun for a leg.
And his hat is huge. It barely
You
fits down
didn't
the well.
take it off.
No, I'm not taking off my hat.
No, I think what happens is you try to get in, but the well isn't big enough for your hat.
And then it sits on top. Yeah. Like a manhole cover.
You look
Yeah,
up at one point to see how far down you've come, and the hat gets lodged lengthwise.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull it down with me. I have to fold it up a little bit. Yep.
All right.
It gets so dirty because it's a perfectly white hat.
It was.
Yeah. It's filthy now.
So Clem, Killdread, and Archie are at the base of the well here in this cavern. Why don't y'all roll a wits? See what you can find.
14.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, me too.
Whoa.
Oh, look
Two
at that.
natural 20s?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Does that get you anything extra?
Yeah, I mean, you have your choice. You can either take an ace or gain a skill.
Take an ace.
Nice.
Yeah, let's take aces.
And the record stands. Janette and Dan have 2 aces, and everybody else has 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So, yes, you're looking around. Everybody succeeded. So there's the shelf of canned food. There's a couple cans of beans, a couple cans of peaches.
Ooh.
And tucked in behind the shelf that seems to have fallen in behind is... Ooh, somebody roll me a D66. Somebody rolled a natural 20. Not Alex.
31.
31. You find a pack of matches.
Hey, that's
Ooh.
handy.
We could use those for my cigarettes.
Are they dry?
You open it up and there are 8 intact dry matches within.
Wow.
Oh, they're dry even. That's good.
Is the whole place down here dry, or like
We're on the dry area of it.
This area with the workbenches and the shelving is dry, and then you can see that there's side passages past. We're not there yet. We're still exploring this area.
Wait, those peaches, where are they from? What's the label say?
Georgia.
Georgia doesn't exist.
No, he means the country.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Georgia. Okay.
These have traveled a long way.
or maybe not.
I don't know where we are.
Nothing to worry about. Totally normal peaches.
Okay, Killdread, you find a body in the water. It's kind of slumped up against the far corner, half in the water, half out, is the body of a man dressed in a long robe.
Hmm. Must be a member of the
Wait,
church.
is this a dead body? This is a dead body.
It's a dead body.
Okay.
Fully dead.
Super dead?
Does he have a hat?
He does not have a hat. He's like kind of balding. You roll him over and you see that he has a couple of gunshot wounds, but also the chest of his robe is ripped open, and carved on his chest with a knife is that same symbol. It kind of looks like an eye with two lines through it.
Where did we find that knife that has the same symbol on it?
You took that off the bandits that ambushed Beatrice.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So these bandits probably ransacked this place before they came across Beatrice's gang.
But they left the food and stuff. They just killed this guy.
That means they might be coming back.
Maybe they just like killing. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of cult.
I think this is maybe their hideout.
Yeah, does it look like people have been here recently? Like how long has this guy been dead?
Make a wits.
The last guy was only dead for like a couple days or something, wasn't he?
I got to 5.
You're not sure. It looks like he's quite waterlogged,
Ugh.
making it difficult for you to tell how long he's been dead.
Does he have any like jewelry on him, or any kind of like regalia or anything, or he's just a like
Sweet ass
puffy
robe.
dead body in a robe?
There is on his swollen fingers, there is a silver ring that has on the face of it the same symbol of a triangle with a pair of angel wings.
Okay, I had a feeling.
Which finger?
Middle left.
The one I chop off.
All right. Well, he's got no use for it.
Put it on your character sheet.
Ring. Sweet ring.
With finger.
With finger. Keep the
I
finger.
remove the finger.
You can
Oh,
give it to
okay.
Stab and Phantom, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
almo-
guess.
Little treat.
It's kind of like carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to give your
You have to hold it with your palm out so he doesn't get your fingers.
horse is going to
Your other finger.
Can't tell the difference.
Wow. Other than food and a dead body, is there anything else around in this like dry room, this kind of cellarish room?
Yeah. Clem, you were successful, so you also find something.
Ooh.
You find on one of the work tables a journal.
Oh, okay. And it's also like perfectly dry, intact, everything?
Yeah, it seems like this area has not been disturbed the same way that the upper buildings have been.
This whole room's drier than a nun's coochie on a Sunday.
Jesus Christ, Clem. That was gross.
Oh my gosh, you get an ace for that.
Well, okay, I'm going to flip through the journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this journal seems to be partially like brainstorming and planning for sermons,
Okay.
and also like engineering drawings.
Oh.
There's some speeches in here that are about like the founding of the abbey, the good labors that they have undertook in order to construct their workshop, being brave and stalwart against the sudden and frequent bandit raids that have caused apparently much of the congregation to flee into the desert to a place called the Glass House. He is trying to find a way, you can read as you're flipping through, he's trying to find a way to express that these people in the Glass House are not in any way true believers, and that the people that are fleeing there are kind of betraying their faith.
So the glass house sounds familiar. So I'm going to take my like little fountain pen and I'm going to like circle the glass house so that I remember it. Does that have something to do with the oil rig? I feel like those old ladies in town who yelled at us on our way out of town, like they said something about the glass house people, didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of shook their fingers at you about it.
Oh, good memory.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
at all.
You find one particular quote in there. It says, "I fear that in their desperate want for safety, my flock is turned to a darker path, following a golden idol that will serve them up much pain before they find their way back or to the shelter they so require."
So old Floaty here doesn't seem happy about people going to the glass house.
Seems like it.
No.
Well, we don't know if it's this guy's journal.
I mean, feel like it maybe is.
There was another man in the chapel above who had been shot that may also be a priest. So
Okay.
you're kind of half of one, 6 dozen of the other, whatever that expression is.
Well, I'm going to tuck the journal into my, like the breast pocket
there
of
are
my.
a couple other things that I want to point out in the journal.
Oh, okay. I take it back out. I flip through it again.
There is,
Just in case I missed anything.
there is etched or drawn into the back cover a map
Ooh.
with the abbey kind of centered. You see indicated a spring that has been poisoned, quote, blackened by Nap's man McCarty.
Oh,
That's a name.
is it referring to the spring that Archie just drank out of?
No, it appears to be a ways off to the east.
Oh, okay. They have more than one natural spring. These guys.
Like Nap as in Marshal Nap
It sounds like it.
from Fort Gullet.
Oh.
There's a spring. There
Wow.
are standing stones,
Hmm.
and these are labeled the glass housers hold their sunset liturgy here.
Wow.
Oh, so if we want to find the glass housers, that's where we go.
Oh,
And then you see another one drawn in the center of the maze to your east is an eye, the same sort of eye that you've been seeing marked everywhere with the slashes through it. There's a note there that says, "I think this is where those raiders make camp. Probably where they are keeping my Factor 12, since they won't be able to find anyone knowledgeable enough to sell it to."
My what?
Factor 12?
Factor 12.
12.
I have a
Hmm.
quick question.
Yeah.
Our sand friend, didn't she say her friends were around that mountain area?
Like the stones?
Yeah, the stone area. Weren't they looking around there?
They're basically a team of geologists that were out here to try and find oil
Yeah.
and unique sound formations.
But I'm just saying they were kind of in that area. I think when I was talking to her about kind of where they were, I feel like,
So like the little cross swords that I have here on your map, that's where you fought the bandits.
Mhm.
Yes.
They were coming up more from the railroad side and trying to
okay.
cross across this kind of bad lines without having to get caught in the labyrinth maze area.
Okay, so
I
they
see.
weren't in the north there in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Coming from the south, same as you.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
Okay. I wonder if we actually killed all of the eye bandits. Like, we killed what, like 4 of them or something? Like, that seems like a good full bandit party to me. So maybe we can check out their camp and see if they have their ill-gotten gains. We can make them our ill-gotten gains.
I'm sure Miss Sandy would be on board with that because maybe we'll find her friends or she'll, have the idea.
Maybe
we might.
they were captured and taken back there. We can claim that. That could be our excuse for going there. Get her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's right with you.
No, she's not
No,
down here.
she's upstairs.
Yeah. And I'm not using my character voice. So,
Right.
yeah. Therefore, this is us. This is just us. Us talking.
Just
Oh.
us.
Just us.
All right.
Out of game.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. She would want to go. They probably didn't they try to take their stuff when they raided them?
It seems like most of the buildings above ground were fairly well emptied out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the whole journal then?
That's everything I can give you from the journal.
Okay. I close it back up and I put it in my breast pocket again.
All right. Archie is actually feeling just a little bit of guilt. So he takes out the ring and he slips it into Killdread's pocket when he's not looking.
What?
That makes you feel less guilty.
Yeah, it's like stealing
bit
your
of a breath.
spoils. Like, you found the dead body, you get the spoils.
Oh,
Killdread's still examining the peaches and being like, Georgia.
What? Georgia. Sounds like a wonderful
Never
place.
heard of this place, Georgia.
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 Yeah, Georgia. I thought you
Georgia.
couldn't read.
It sounds medieval.
Gibberish.
Certainly is.
And you said there was like a hallway past this room, or there's another
Yeah.
room attached to the
Yeah.
cellar placer?
There's pipes leading that way. Yeah.
There's a copper pipe from the pool leading past all the work area here into another chamber.
I'm going to like tap the copper pipe with my shotgun leg just to see how sturdy it is.
With your leg? Oh, I
Yeah.
pictured it like above ground for some reason, like high up
No,
in our
it's-
head.
it's running along
like
the
along the
ground.
ceiling. Okay.
Yeah, I do a backflip.
Handstand and ding, ding, ding.
I would say it's probably got like 4 inches of wiggle room.
Okay.
It's secured in a couple points to the rock, but it's not like super sturdy.
Okay. I'm going to follow the pipe and
Okay.
see, I give it another few kicks along the way to see if like anything changes, if it's still, fairly rigid or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems fairly consistent. And as you follow it through this little curve in the cave wall, you come through into another wider chamber. It's not as deep, but it's long. And this room, lit by your oil lantern, is like unlike anything you've ever seen before. It is chock fill, wall to wall, floor to ceiling, with clockwork and steam engine parts and mechanical bits that all seem to be part of one massive convoluted machine.
Wild West.
Awesome.
There's just this big contraption down here. The copper pipe seems to feed into a reservoir or vessel that has some like heating elements attached to it. You see various pressure gauges like you may have seen like on a train or a steamboat at some point. But it looks like there's some sort of steam powered who's the what's it down here.
What in the hell is this?
Are there any like obvious controls to this
Knobs,
thing? Or?
buttons, levers.
Yeah.
As you look around, there's levers and knobs and bolts and spinny wheels everywhere. Give me a wits.
All of us?
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
no!
Well, that's a 4 for me.
I got an 11.
You got an 11, Killdread?
Mm-hmm.
You're not confident that you could turn it on, but you do find at the back of the room, kind of in between all of these like gears and mechanical bits that seem to have like swingy arms that have little clamps on them that hold on to other pieces that are kind of just sitting loose. You find this kind of empty cavity space with what looks to be like a metal skeleton.
Skeleton?
Yeah, but
like
it's like it
exosuit?
looks like well, when you're walking around a tourist town and there'll be like those like bronze statues but one guy is just like welded a bunch of garbage together to look like a dinosaur.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but it looks like a man.
Can I put it
Is
on?
there a compartment to get inside? Yeah.
No, it's not something you could wear. It just looks like a sculpture of a person.
It's not a mech.
It's not a mech.
And it
Yeah,
looks
it's not
like
a
you
robot.
can maneuver it.
No, it looks like there's like the machine around it maybe is like helping to assemble it.
Huh.
Oh, like a golem or something. Nothing's moving, right?
Nothing's
Everything's-
moving. Everything is stopped.
And it looks like, do we get the sense that this is all like steam powered?
Yes.
So we just need to run the water into the machine.
Maybe. Maybe turn on the elements as well.
Yeah, is there like a faucet tap?
You looking around, you could probably find a connected to that copper pipe that was coming from the water. You could turn that valve open, perhaps.
I would like to turn it on.
Okay. You hear water begin to flow into the vessel.
I tried to find a way to ignite the boiler.
You find a little trap door inside. You can see like the old cold ash from like a coal fire.
All right. I dig some of that out or whatever. Make a little pile under the boiler, I guess, if that's how... Does that look like how they did it?
You're going to have to refill it with coal, probably.
Okay. I do that. And I'll
Okay.
strike a match and toss it in there.
Mark off one match.
One of those dry matches.
I mean, you're all experienced adventurer cowpokes, so you can start a fire without too much trouble, I'm sure. The boiler begins to get hot, and before long, you hear the bubbling and boiling of water, and you hear a as all of these various mechanical bits begin to move, and it starts to get quite loud down here as the steam engine starts to spin up, and mechanical parts begin to move around. You hear some like nasty metal on metal grating sounds from over by the sculpture man. And then these mechanical arms attempt to like shove pieces of metal. There's like a gear trying to shove into the man's shoulder, or another piece of bar that it's trying to like place into the leg, and things are kind of getting into the way, and things are kind of grinding up and jamming. You all hear, and Mariposa and Beatrice hear the bell in the clock tower ring.
Whoa.
Cool.
Bong, bong.
If there's any bandits over there, they're going to hear this.
And then the Clockwork Man begins to stumble out of its storage space and begins to move towards the three of you.
Oh, what does his face look like? Is he having a good time?
It looks like if C-3PO was hit with a shovel.
Okay.
It's not appealing in any way. It starts to move towards you. Its mechanical arms doing like an exaggerated strut walk as the arms swing, and the body like stutters back and forth from left to right. And then this apparatus in its chest begins to spill out ticker tape that you can see these little markings on it. And it's just...
Killdread is screaming. He's just like, shoot it!
And it's still moving towards you.
Oh, the devil's in it.
Oh my God.
We have played God.
How high off the ground is it getting its feet? Is it like shuffling?
Yeah, it's totally shuffling.
And you say it's coming towards us.
Yeah.
Did it like reorient itself to come towards us, or was it just already facing us?
It's a narrow space with
Okay.
like machinery on either side, and it's just coming down like a narrow hallway at you, essentially.
Okay. What if I just step out of the way?
You like step back, you kind of pressing your body up against these pipes and make a grit check.
8.
Are we all making crit?
If you're pressing up against the machines, yeah.
14.
That is another natural one.
Oh my
Get the
god.
fuck out of
Well,
here.
luckily you hadn't heard any aces yet, so.
Okay, Archie, that's not good for you. Sorry, Killdread, you got a 14?
Yep.
And Clem got an 8?
An 8, yeah.
And Archie got a natural 1. Okay, so Killdread, you take 1 point of damage as the hot pipes and various moving mechanical parts start to catch on to you and burn some of your skin. Clem, you
My
take
skin.
3 points of damage.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
what?
god.
3, and Archie takes 6.
Oh,
I'm dead.
No.
Oh no.
That takes me to 0.
Oh no,
That takes me to -3.
Okay. So, hold on here. We can make a roll. Damage that doesn't bring you to 0 hit points is represented by dizziness, bruises, near misses, flesh wounds, and the like. Each time your HP reaches 0 or below, you roll a d20 plus your grit and subtract any negative hit points from that roll.
Okay.
Can I use my hat?
This is not a bullet.
Oh, only for bullets. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I have to roll?
D20 plus your grit minus your negative hit points.
12.
Clem, you roll a 12. I need you to roll a D4 to pick a random ability. So grit, slick, wits, or luck.
Grit.
It's grit. Okay, what's your grit value?
1.
Plus 1?
Yes.
Roll a D6.
4.
Increase your grit by 1.
Oh, what?
Fuck yeah.
But you are unconscious.
Oh,
Oh, fuck no.
That's not what I expected to happen at all.
Wow.
It's Archie's turn.
13.
A 13. Okay, this is the same thing. So pick a random ability.
Luck.
Luck. Okay. And what's your luck value right now?
-2.
Okay, roll a D6.
5.
Okay. Your luck becomes -1. It improves by 1.
Yay!
So your brush with death has left you with a potential improvement to your character. However,
I'm unconscious too.
you're currently unconscious.
What happens to our hit points?
It's 0.
Okay, you just go to 0
Wow.
here.
Killdread, you press back and you see both of these, your companions, cry out in pain as they get burned or pinched by a piece of machinery, and both of them, like, basically get knocked unconscious by, some combination of things clacking at them and burns. This mechanical, strange automaton walks kind of just past you, and you can see that it is just like walking in a straight line, and as it gets to the end of the hall, it just like walks into the wall and like keeps smacking into it, and as its arms are swinging, it starts to break pieces of pipe, and its own arm starts to like shatter, gears start flying all over the place, and then there's like jets of like superheated water begin to like shoot out from this machine, and after a minute or two of this havoc of machine on machine violence, everything stops.
Killdread just keeps screaming and looking around at everything. Okay, so that is now stopped. Everything stops, even though the water's still running and the boiler's on. It's just everything.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no pressure in the system anymore, so.
Okay.
What a great machine.
Yeah, after Killdread composes himself from screaming, he will look to Archie, seeing him first. I don't think there's anything I can do, though. I have no idea how to heal people.
Only Peaches from
Yeah, I'm going to
Georgia.
shove Peaches down your throat from Gorgia. Cigarettes. Oh, I'm going to run over to Archie, take one of your matches, light it, put the cigarette in your mouth, and say, "Suck on this."
Suck on it.
I spit out
There you go.
instinctively after I've heard that. And
No. Keep it in your mouth. Suck it in deep.
He's trying to help you.
And I hold it to your lips.
Do you inhale?
And I say, shh.
Are you a smoker now?
I guess.
Does it do anything?
Roll D4.
I got a 1.
A 1. Okay, you recover 2 hit points.
Okay, and then seeing that worked, I will go over to Clem Cuddles and do the same.
Okay.
Let me do it.
I look towards you.
Open your pretty mouth.
I hand it to you sensually.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Oh, outside I'm hooting, but inside I'm hollering.
No, I just light up a cigarette and I don't say anything because it got weird.
All right. If you partake
weird.
in a cigarette, Clem, have a D4 plus
Okay.
1 worth of hit points.
2.
Well, that was horrifying.
I think we should get out of here.
What? This is like a suicide machine. Like you turn it on and it kills you.
Yeah, you just see the mechanical man just like shattered on the ground, bits of it like lying all over the place. It's completely still now.
I think someone's trying to play God.
I hate this place.
Me too.
The mechanical man was like the only real thing in that room, other than all the shit assembling the mechanical man, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Is there anything else down here, or we've like, we've seen what there is to see?
Seems like most of it, but something's happening above ground now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to go definitely run up to the bell tower.
Mariposa, you run up to the bell tower. You hear it ringing repeatedly. As you get up to the top of the tower, you look out. You're examining the machine. You're not sure why it started all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
It's ringing, and you look out from the tower. It's dark out now. And
I do have my spyglass.
And you're peeping around with your spyglass. You look at the horizon, and you hear as well as see glints of moonlight off of maybe metal, maybe the shafts of rifle barrels, maybe the glint off of the buckles of their belts or the bridles of their horses.
No.
But it looks like a number of people are riding at all speed towards the chapel.
I'm going to shout down to Beatrice. I'm like, Bee, lock them up them gates. quick as you can. Quick as you can.
What? I didn't hear you.
Got sand in your ear?
She runs to the gates. She runs to the gates and slams them shut.
I immediately aim my weapon at the easiest target.
What kind of weapon you have right now?
I got that repeater.
Okay.
which is good for long range, in theory.
That is true. Let's see here.
If I actually hit anything.
You are shooting at range in the dark. It is a tough shot. You are going to be rolling a slick.
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Your shot goes wide.
Oh, God.
And you hear shouts from the riders. Oh, they're shooting at us. Wrap around to the back. Try and climb that wall. And the horsemen split into two groups. And as they ride up towards the walls, you see that they far outnumber your own group.
Yeah.
Beatrice is attempting to find a position to defend the gates from. The rest of your outlaw crew is underground. And we'll see what happens to all of you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on your favorite social media platform at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. All the links are in the show notes. This show is possible due to all our patrons who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. Art for this campaign is by me, Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio, and music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, and Mike Hammock. Thanks for listening. And roll on.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay!
Wild Wild West.
And just like that horrible, spider monster, this is bad. Everything that happened is bad.
WWW. Oh, fuck.
Sorry, you might have went over this, but I was trying to figure out why my keyboard wasn't working.
Oh, yeah.
It's a weird thing for Killdread to do.
That's for the B-roll.
Yeah, this is after the commercial break.
Can you give us 3 or 4 reactions?
Wow, that
So
individual has sure gotten him or herself into a pickle.
It's an action shot of me pouring it into the bucket like 3 different ways.
Yeah. For the montage.
Who's Elseworth?
Yeah, who the fuck?
Archie Elseworth.
Oh, my last name.
Oh,
It's written on
shit.
the...
he didn't tell you his last name.
That's my father.
Okay.
You took one of my aces and gave it to Dan. Oh,
Yeah,
Cloned it.
yeah.
It's unethical.
It's not as good because it's a clone.
Oh, it was funny. That was real good.
I like that. I like that a
Were
lot.
you holding on to that one, or that just came to
in
mind?
the list. Yeah, it's in the list.
Keep them coming.
It's a long list. There's a lot
So
of stuff
fitting.
in here.
Oh, good memory.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
at all.
Well,
You find
I just listened to that episode today.
Oh.
Well. The benefits of editing.
Mhm.
Stop remembering things.
Well, that's written right up there. Marshal nap.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
it is too.
But did you notice
Stop
that?
looking
No.
around at things.
But he
Stop
also just
looking at the
listened to that
evidence
episode.
board that I'm putting in front of you.
I know that's why I was yelling.
He's the guy who sent us on
Yeah.
this mission.
Go into the wild, wild west. Wicka, wicka, wow.
So whoever wanted.
I'm glad I could deliver. The spider comes alive. No.
Ace, motherfucker.
You
They're
can't use
all
your ace to
gone.
erase your one.
Oh my god.
You
The
should've
one
used it
erases your
first.
aces.
I was just about to say I would use my ace, you son of a bitch.
That's the most aces erased in one go. Good job, me.
Wow.
I'm up above you guys, not doing jack shit, and all of a sudden I'm like, what happened?
I might feel
You
my
feel less
luck
lucky
being
now.
inched
Feel
away.
less lucky.
Yeah.
Mark off one match.
One of those dry matches.
Roll luck to see if you can figure out how to light it without breaking it in half.
Really?
Just no.
All right, snap
But
the
that
first
happens
one.
to me in matches all the time.
Shaky hands down to my last.
Snap.
Now, question.
Yeah.
The fur coat that I used to have that was -1 damage, it would have soaked up one of these damages, right?
Sure. Yeah.
If I
definitely.
still had it.
If you still had it.
Okay, good to know.
So you don't have it, is what you're
No.
saying. Oh, okay.
Who has your fur coat?
I do.
I thought I gave it to.
Yeah, there's a lot of trading of coats
But
and
didn't we
hats.
find another
Oh,
one?
that means that you're
no, I'm
wearing
pretty
the
sure
coat,
Alex
then.
found another one. There was like a second.
I found a
fur-
bear coat, but it's on my horse.
Oh,
That's weird.
He wrote it on a sheet. You can only carry so much. Bind with. Forgot my name. I forgot to say my name.
you should write it down. It helps.
does help.
I wrote down all that other stuff.
Keep the yeehaw, Alex. That was a good yeehaw.
Usually I do write it down.
Drop
Mhm.
that yeehaw in.
That's great.
That was
Yeah.
a good year.
Yeah, that threw me back.
It's a man committed.
Louis, shut
what's
up.
He's hooting and hollering.
Yeah.
It's a gateway to hollering.
We're going to the wild
Oh no,
west.
Dan's gonna sing Wild West.
He's going to go watch it tonight.
No, I have enough
It's
memories of
unwatchable.
that. Yeah. It's not a good movie. It wasn't a good movie then. It's an even worse movie now.
Nope. Yep.
Wrong. Wrong on accounts.
It's aged,
It
aged
actually
like a fine wine.
Yeah, it hurt Will Smith's career.
Well,
the movie.
he didn't
What?
do
nothing.
The Matrix
Nothing
to
could
do
hurt
that.
Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even a slap to the face could ruin his career.
I don't know. I feel like he was doing pretty bad before that slap in the face.
What are you talking about? He literally, that same night, he won an Academy Award.
Yeah, but you're forgetting like
They still
that
gave
same,
it to him, despite that.
Yeah,
that-
that's different. But my point is like he made like Gemini Man and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Like he's done a lot of
afterwards, so
stinkers.
Oh yeah, right.
That's my point. Is-
I mean, quantity over quality, right?
He was the Fresh Prince.
He was the Fresh
Of
Prince.
where?
Now there's a new Fresh
now
Prince
there's a new Fresh
What?
Prince.
of Bel Air.
Oh,
Oh,